House of Hollow. We'll do our best. How many pages have I read? I'm going to try and read 200 pages a day for the next week. So today's Tuesday. I am starting this intro a little late. Well, I mean, I'm starting it a day late. I did actually read yesterday. I listened to What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher and A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking, but I really enjoyed those two books yesterday, and it was well over the 200 page mark. I didn't vlog anything because it was all at work. Aww. I will be continuing to read House of Hollow. If you saw my video from last week, you'll know that I didn't finish it. Not that I'm not enjoying myself. It's not anything to do with Crystal Sutherland. I love the book. 200 pages a day. We're gonna try. I'm in the office tomorrow, so that'll probably be an audiobook day. And then Thursday, Friday, I work from home. It's fine. It's fine. We'll do our best. Why can't I be one of those girlies that looks cute wearing a headband? Why do I look like that character from American Horror Story? I went shopping. Some bats. This really simple, I have like a Halloween party in October. Got these cute washi tapes. This little pumpkin candle. So we're going to put some bats up. I want to put them in this general area and this general area just to fill the space out a bit more. I really hate how empty that part is and like how that part is. So why not put some bats up? That makes sense to me. This book is like weirdly terrifying with the familial love. And if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. But there's a moment where one of the daughters is on the phone to her mum and she says, "I'm not going to let her take you to tell me where you are. he's having a moment, a crackhead moment. And she says, I'm not going to let her take you to. Tell me where you are. You are mine, not hers. Do you hear me? You are mine. This is the mom talking to the daughter on the phone. And maybe I'll understand it when I finish it. But right now, it's all very weird. There are moments where, like, in the very first part of the book, one of the sisters says she was 14 then and already the most beautiful creature I could imagine. I wanted to peel the skin from her body and wear it draped over mine. I don't know if that's like threatening or pseudo-incest. But anyway, it's very interesting things going on in this book. I won't lie to you. I was saying before that it was really weird. I wanted to peel the skin from her body and wear it draped over mine. It all makes sense now. I did it, guys. I finally finished House of Hollow. I kept calling it The House of Hollow in my last video. It's just House of Hollow. But holy f***, what in the body horror? Wow, that was really good. Really, really good. I really enjoyed it. And I don't know if I should have picked up where this was going. I mean, when we got reveals, then I was like, oh my god, overall, stunning. Heartbreaking, traumatizing, but stunning. Incredible. I don't know if there's going to be a second book. I would like there to be a second book. I feel like the premise, or sorry, not the premise, the way that they left off this book was immaculate. And I would jump on the second book immediately. No questions asked, I would read that in a heartbeat. Next book, I'm going to read, it's a little one, but it's Thornhedge. I've had this book for genuinely the longest time, and it's signed. What a slay. I don't know if I reached the 200 page count yesterday. I don't know, because I've also been listening to audiobooks trying to hunt for the same feeling I got when I read The Fake Mate, and I have not been succeeding. So to be very honest with you all, I listened to an audiobook. I think it was called The Pack, and I think you might have seen it in my journal. I one-starred it. So when it comes to audiobooks, I typically don't go into them having done extensive research about, well, even with like books on my shelves. Sometimes I don't really care. I'll just go into the book. It's not a big deal to me. So when I was listening to this audiobook and I was like, yeah, werewolves, mates, let's go. I clearly missed the part where Homie was her teacher and she was 17. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention properly at the start. I only realized towards the end when there was some sort of scene that was happening. So the coach would like eat with, you know, his pack, and in my brain I was like, yeah, they're having lunch together, no shit. And I couldn't figure out why this one teacher was like, I see what's happening here. They're two students. Who cares? No, this was like a 30-something-year-old man. Actually, his age is never even disclosed. He's just older, and she would keep saying that he reminded her of her dad. What I'm trying to say is I cannot do the teacher with the 17-year-old trope. It's just not my thing. You know, like I'm not a Credence gal. I'm not. Why are we writing about underage people pressing themselves up to the penis of a man who is in his mid-30s? Why? There is no mate bond that is going to make that not uncomfortable. And for them to then acknowledge that she's 17. Oh no, sorry. So the scene goes something about them not completing the mate bond because it involves sex and she's 17. And he says and acknowledges, you are too young, after he's already approached her and kissed her. Anyway, it doesn't even matter that sex hasn't happened because assault has still occurred. Anyway, so the scene then goes, oh well, you could finish it, the mating bond, have sex. And he says, you are too young. And she says, aha, no, I turned 18 2 days ago.
But you didn't finish the bond, I reminded him, feeling the heavy bulge of him against my ass. You could have, I continued, and he stopped breathing for a second. You're 17, he ground out, his hand squeezing my thighs. 18, actually, I told him. My birthday was 2 days ago. I smiled as I pressed a kiss firmly against his neck and sat up. He watched me with lidded eyes, and I could sense the control he was exerting to let me keep the position of dominance. It's about intent, he murmured. My initial kiss had more intent than I realized, causing our bond. My bite just now was very intentional, he rumbled, his fingers positioning my thighs so I rested against him fully. I drew my hands down his chest, my fingers exploring the broad stretch of skin and muscle. Intent, I repeated, my eyes tracing the path my hands had taken. He kept his hands locked on my thighs as I continued to explore, letting me do whatever I wanted. I nipped his ear and he grunted. Gonna have to be a little harder than that, he informed me. So I...
Off. And then to continue to say that he reminds you of your dad. Be so for real. You know, we all watched it in Pretty Little Liars, hee hee. No, we've evolved to realize how actually traumatizing that dynamic is. Just stop letting the underage children romanticize middle-aged men. Anyway, so I'm going to read Thornhedge now. I've been going back and forth with other audiobooks, so I definitely surpassed the 200-page mark. The narrators pissed me off, so I didn't really get into them. Also, one was really fucking stupid, and then the other one, reverse harem, but within 2 seconds they were fucking. I know I listened at 2 times speed, but goddamn. But we're still in the first chapter. Alright guys, I'm here to close out the video. It's now the following Monday, and this was a bit of a flop. This challenge was a little bit of a flop. I really suck at keeping track of how many pages I read in a day, especially when I listen to audiobooks so much. Yesterday I did get through a whole chunk of Thornhedge, but you know, as we know, that book is tiny and I should have finished it, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I don't really know what the issue was there. I'm enjoying this story. I'm literally right at the end. Oh, there you go. I don't even want to say it was a fair effort because it wasn't. I mean, I do think I read a fair bit. I don't really want to include the pack, but I guess I did technically listen to it under false pretenses, but I just start reading and then I forget that I'm doing a challenge that involves a specific number of pages in a day. And then I'm like, oh, how many pages have I read? Why do I do this to myself every time? Regardless, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe, all of that fun YouTube stuff. It helps push my videos out to other people who enjoy book content and spooky Halloween decorating, even though that was in... No, that was in this video. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next video.